Hello, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to Fairview High School, where we have a fantastic matchup ahead of us. Page Patriots and the Fairview Yellow Jackets. And, folks, it's full of a young, electric offense and some youthful defense that is ready to pound against another opponent. So here I have Steve Skelton with me, who is going to be commentating the game with me. Steve, what are we here excited for tonight?
New season kicking off.
Yeah.
New season. Ready to see some Fairview Yellow Jacket football. As excited as you are to see some Page football.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So
yes, sir. It'll be
Page
some friendly
Patriots.
competition here tonight.
That's it.
Be a fun game.
I guess you guys are still the Patriots.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
Well, I played Page back in the 80s, so, back in the day, you
Oh,
never
wow.
know these
This
days.
is
You never
fun
know.
to see for you.
Oh, this will be fun, yeah.
Well, tonight we have Page. Looks like they're going to kick it off to Fairview, and Fairview will start on offense. So tonight at the helm of the Fairview offense, we have Cam Harris-Lusk, junior quarterback. And, Steve, is there anything you know about Cam?
Man, explosive athlete. He's pretty headsy, too. He's a smart kid. Makes some pretty good decisions.
We're excited to see him, as well as his brother, who is the running back there, a senior. The brothers are the two offensive weapons that are at the helm for the Fairview Yellow Jackets, and that's exciting to see, brothers there experiencing that together.
Yeah, as far as, I've got some boys myself, and they're pretty far from each other as far as one in the spectrum, but
Yes, sir.
both these kids are at the same spot. They're great players. They love the game, so it's going to be exciting to watch both of them. They both get it done.
It will be fun, and, they're going to have to be against a very young, inexperienced as a unit, I will say, Page defense. They haven't played much together at all because we've seen a lot of seniors leave now. So it'll be interesting to see as the kickoff is returned by Fairview. It looks like it's number 21.
What?
Colby Burns
Oh, man.
gets out past the 35 near the sideline.
Yeah, we had a flag, a little yellow on the play.
And it looks like we do.
He got caught with a pill black block, but it was a pretty clean one. But I know it's hard with the sun in your eyes. The referee threw that in there, and
And it is going to be, on the returning team. So that'll push them back a good distance. Give Page a little more of an advantage. For Page right now, we're really excited about a linebacker by the name of, well, first we're going to start with the defensive back, Quincy Brock Compton, who was a sophomore last year, had to go in and starting. We had some injuries there at the defensive back position. He went in and had a good season. Lots of big plays. He went for big plays, which is high-risk situations. If you go and miss at the defensive back position, it's a rough thing.
Oh yeah, it is. It's hard to recover sometimes.
So we let a few interceptions, let a few touchdowns go. So we're going to see if he's matured. He's number 18. He is near us. And a little screen pass. And that is stopped quickly behind the line of scrimmage.
He's like number 30 and 75. Can tell from here. You got a fairly good sized boy out there, 75.
75. Yes, Jonathan Harris. He's now a senior. Been a starter for the varsity now 2 years. Was in a rotational guy sophomore year. Real talented there on the defensive line. Good run stopper.
Oh, yeah.
There, it looks like they found a little hole. That was number 11, Trey Bell, the junior running back.
We lost a couple running backs last year, but there was always some younger underclassmen really hanging in the balance right there that really produced last year. So I'll be interested to see how they do for the year, how they've stepped up and got any confidence. But
well, yeah, you can have a solid football team with a starting 11, but what makes a great football team is that bench coming out and helping them get some rest.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. Now we see 4 receivers out for the offense. He's going to go down the pocket, rushing. 52, looks like that was Rathbone.
Woo.
Chasing after him, and he gets hit hard by number 10 and number 23.
Yeah, I know.
That is Michael Burdick.
Don't like to see my starting quarterback take a lick like that right off the beginning of the game.
It's not a good sign, and it brings up a 4th down.
Fourth down.
He was forced to rush by number 52.
I think
that
they're
is
going
Will
to measure.
Rathbone, as I said earlier, the coach's son.
Oh, wow.
He is a senior now, yes. He is weighing in at a 230, 6 foot.
They
Big
might
boy
measure
down there.
this. Nope, they got 4th down.
4th down in inches.
Now, I've seen Coach Hughes take a few risks, but hopefully today's one of them.
And they're lining up to punt it.
Oh,
And they are going to fake it.
Yep.
And it looks like they just got enough. It's going to be close there. The line judge is walking out in a line that I think might just give them and yes, it is moving the chains for the Fairview Yellow Jackets.
Yep.
A risky call by head coach Chris Hughes. Pays off for him to keep the drive alive.
You never know. He might kick them. He might keep them. I don't know. I've known him for a long time. I coached with him for a while. So.
Oh, yes. So I guess that might be a regular thing for him, taking those here and there.
Here and there. I think, he's more apt to do it just to get the confidence of his
Yes, sir.
of his
You never
team,
want a
his
3 and
line.
out here to start off a game
No, you
for
don't.
the offense. Little run to the outside at the right. Good containment by the defense there. And that was looked like Jonathan Harris again with the stop, initially who made the contact. Brings up a 2nd down near 7. Bringing in some substitutions. Should we expect any trick plays here tonight or anything on the offensive side? Did they get?
You might want to think about it. He's been known to throw a few in there. Coach Hughes has.
Well, then this could get exciting. So are the Page Patriots.
I know. It looked like they're running a 5-2. The Patriots are odd man front, covering up that.
And a good
that center.
tackle there behind the line.
Yeah,
Number 75, Jonathan Harris again. His 3rd tackle. 2 of them behind the line in this game. Brings up now 3rd and 6 again.
Well, they might want to start thinking about their matchup. If they keep getting, they might want to get a couple guys on him.
It looks like he's coming up against the left guard every play, every snap so far, and has let him loose a good few times. So they are going to have to think about double teaming him or switching up the formation of some sorts. Yes.
Yeah, and too, a lot of times when you get a 3-man front like that, you got some of them head up and you'll slant them to and from, so they're hard to handle as well. So it might take them a while to dial it in, but they're keeping it mixed up right now.
They are. Little play action. He's keeping it rolling out, facing pressure, and puts his head down, takes a hit, gets near the 1st down marker, and he will get it.
Yep.
Quincy Brock-Copton taking him down for the Page Patriots, or excuse me, number 10, Michael Burdick taking him down. So it looks like he's not afraid to take a couple hits here and there.
No,
so far.
They'll get after it. They like to mix it up, He's a lot of quarterbacks, you see him even on defense shying away. Nice little drive there.
And that was number 11, Trey Bell again with the carry.
He
Picked
gave
up a 2.
Yeah, he got 2. A lot of times you get a big man that's really powerful like that, just run right at him, make him make a decision.
Yep.
It's harder to, soft block or scoop block a guy like that sometimes. Sometimes you just run right at him, wear him down, see how his conditioning is,
You're right. It is only the 1st quarter. How long can he really last with the production he's seen so far on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, if he's a senior, he's been in this position many a time, so hopefully he'll just –
He plays offensive line as well. We will see him possibly at the center position here tonight. So he'll be getting a lot of snaps, and
he will.
We'll see how he holds up there. Because so far he's been a big part for the Page defense.
Well, that's something, too, as an offense you want to do is demoralizing for a defense to stay on the field a long time and, and give up little 2 and 3s and then give up a play for a 1st down when you think you're in the
Especially
right.
with a young defense like this who hasn't played much as a unit and hasn't figured their chemistry out per se. I mean, you're right. That can get someone down. That can get a team down. It's hard to pick that back up. We'll see who steps out as a leader here tonight for the defense. I'm excited to see that. But they are showing a good amount of resistance so far against the offense.
Yeah, definitely. They came to play for sure. You got
no
great
doubt about
fan
it.
support over there. We got, we're going to have a battle of the bands a little bit tonight. And it's hot out here. You better hydrate when you're out there. So
It is hot, isn't it? That will test for sure the stamina of these football teams. It is early on in the season. They're getting off their conditioning and off their summer workouts. They should be fresh and ready to go. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Christian Harris-Lusk in the slot position. Trey Bell in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Read option. Going the other way. He's on the outside. Good juke there. Still pushing forward, and he is near the first down marker.
They pushed that down the line pretty well. They just had a little contain outside. I mean, defensive line did a really good job of stretching that out, but when he turned the corner, there really wasn't anybody there, and then he made a move. And
it was one guy to beat there, and
that was a 3 or 4 yard gain, and they gave up 10, I think, on it. So hopefully they can start containing that,
Looks like a methodical drive so far to start out with, though.
It has.
Hasn't have a big play, but that could be setting them up for a bomb downfield. I have heard this quarterback does have a solid arm.
He does. He does. And on the run, too, as well. It's I don't know when he's going to throw. So we're just going to sit there and enjoy and see what happens. I don't know. I'm unprepared today, by the way.
Ooh, good little run inside.
Nice little inside trap. Traps are effective a lot of times, too. If you've got an uncovered lineman, he's getting up to the second level. You're bringing a guy just to kick a guy instead of having to drive him out. So it really lets you slash through there and just get a real quick little hitter, Helps hold your linebackers for the future, too. So it's
And that seems to appear true with the 4-yard pickup right there right away.
Oh, yeah. I love the trap, inside veer, any of that stuff. It's pretty cool stuff.
And that is going to be a reverse. Trey Bell, number 11. Roaring through the line of scrimmage to only pick up around what looks like 2, maybe 3 yards.
Pretty close.
Sets up a 3rd and short. That was Michael Burdick getting in on the tackle there. His problem last year was he played with a lot of aggression, but had to get his technique down. So it'll be interesting to see if he's tamed up some of his athleticism.
Ooh, nice penetration.
Yeah, that was Harris having to make Bell maneuver his route to get near the first down, but he does manage to get it anyways. And another moving of the chains for the Fairview Yellow Jackets. Little by little, they seem to crawl down the field, and defense seems to get more tired as the drive carries on.
Yeah, you had some good penetration right there. I think that was, I don't know if that was the nose guard or this.
That was Jonathan Harris again.
Was it?
Almost getting the tackle, yes. And a quick snap, run up the middle, and it will be a gain of 11 yards. Another first down for the Fairview Yellow Jackets. And Page defense seeming confused, scrambling around, trying to find an answer here.
I think that's a little fatigue right there. They've been on the field for several plays now. And
and I agree with that. And now that we're entering the red zone, the tension is more high. Another run to the right side again, and another gain of 6 or 7 yards. And that is Brendan, Nardozzi, the senior running back.
Nardozzi,
yes.
Though. I do know that name. Yeah, he runs hard. He really does. He's a quick guy. He runs down.
Yeah, that first time they brought him in, ran with him two quick rushes for 17 yards.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
And we are going to get a whistle blown. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense, and it is. That'll make it down to second down and 7.
That'll help them out a little bit, get their wind, maybe regroup right here. You just need a couple good plays to string them in a row as a defense to start shutting somebody down and get your confidence back.
Oh, if they can force a throwaway here or something of that nature, yeah, a 3rd down and long would be picture perfect for the Page Patriots right now.
And as offense, you used to making mistakes the farther you go down the field.
The sun is setting, so the heat is starting to decay, which is always nice. And it looks like we're going to have another False start. Wow, that's 2 in a row. That's 10 yards. That changes the momentum drastically now for the Fairview Yellow Jackets.
It does. It does. Yeah, Fairview played in a jamboree a couple weeks ago and against Franklin in a half, and they drove down into the red zone and got 2 penalties and couldn't score. And so it can happen to you.
And it seems to be a similar situation occurring here. We'll see if they can figure it out.
Oh, well.
Look at that, too.
Okay, yeah. That's very good. Didn't realize that was over there.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 9 now. They tried to make that this third down situation better with a run. Didn't get much out of it.
No, they didn't.
So now they're looking at a 3rd down and long. They're paying the price for these false starts.
I know it.
Play action here. In the pocket, has time. Curl route complete near the 20-yard line.
But we still have a 4th down coming, though. He's a little short. He's a couple yards short, I do believe. What is he, 3 yards short, maybe? Yeah, he's still short. You know, you kind of got to know where the 1st down marker is on a catch and a play like that.
And then it's going to just barely move the chains.
Oh, it did move the chains.
And that was number 18, Corbin Hughes, with the catch, the senior wide receiver.
Did that move the chains?
That did move the chains.
I'm going to have to wake up. Oh.
Broken play.
Wow. Risky.
Very risky decision. And guess who was behind that defensive stop? It is none other than number 75, Jonathan Harris.
I know it. Well, the biggest problem Fairview had right there, and it really didn't help him be in the backfield, but the fullback and the quarterback definitely were in the same path. They got something mixed up.
Yeah, it was
right
a
there.
completely miscommunicated play there for the offense, which is not what you needed. We've already had a couple penalties here. They just got the 1st down, but now that sets up another a bad situation for this.
I know it. Might have eluded that tackle, but I don't think so. He was in the backfield as well. So.
And I'm not sure. I'm not quite positive the coach loved that decision of shoveling the ball. And we're going to do a pass.
Oh, there
number
he
21 to number 17, wide open in the end zone. The trick play got the best of him. That was Luke Raines with the touchdown reception. The senior wide receiver, the first of the season for him. The first touchdown pass is not going to be for Cam Harris-Lutzke. That was I believe it was number 11, Trey Bell, with the touchdown pass.
Yeah, he was wide open. I mean, and I know everybody wants to stop the run.
Defense
they
came in for the run.
Yeah, it's a classic, halfback pass, but he didn't really look like he was running hard from the get-go. So
no, he immediately spotted up for that pass. Defense still sucked in, I guess, just enough for him to get that open. Yeah, wasn't a great pass by any means. It was skyrocketed, got to the place it needed to go.
That's it, yeah.
The sun wasn't in the receiver's eyes now because it is setting. That helps the situation. So all in all, that will be 7 points for the Fairview Yellow Jackets. Took them a little while.
Yeah, I know. Paige has probably got a few adjustments to make. That definitely wasn't easy. That was a little trickery in there. Had to go for it on the 4th down.
But they played well opening drive.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that they made a fool of themselves. They got confused in a couple situations, and they paid for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first drive together as a unit in the season. And
that can happen anytime.
Yep.
That's going to happen on and off through the season. You just want to learn from your mistakes and go on to the next one.
Get up and get ready for the next play.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So it's kind of weird here with the Page guy calling a Fairview Page game. But it's all right. It's all right. We're working it out. I'm being optimistic for him.
Yeah.
He's been positive for me.
Yes, exactly.
So,
exactly. Can't say anything bad about it. That was a well-managed drive there for Fairview in the offense. They made a few mistakes here, a few bumps in the road, but they got past it, and that was solid.
Oh, yeah. I love the game of football. I'm from Fairview, but I like to see good football in general. So I hope they both play well and compete well. So nobody likes to show up to the game, I don't think. I never do, and see a 40 or 50-point spread. I like to see a good hard.
Yeah, I'd love to see
fought
some
game,
electric offense out here.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them on paper look to be. Page's offense looks to have some playmakers that could show up or not show up. It just really depends on if they're going to be a cohesive unit.
I hear you.
We have Jacob Van Landingham, who's going to be a quarterback for the Page Patriots this year, senior year. Last year was his first year of varsity starter, junior year, and played fantastic. He's sort of a Johnny Manziel type player in that he can run around and throw in the run. And
right. He might
make space for himself. And, wow, speaking of making space, that's number 19, JoJo Bruce, who plays wide receiver, third wide receiver on the roster, and is a great special teamer. Kick returning and on the kickoff team. He's fantastic there. Senior year now for JoJo.
He looks super quick. He was a couple of steps away from breaking that.
Quick with vision, which is probably the most important thing about that kickoff returning position. And it looks like he will be out there on the offense too, JoJo, in the slot receiver position. Jacob Van Lendingham looks to be back there with Bubba Johnson, the sophomore running back, who had over 1,000 yards rushing last year as a freshman.
Woo!
And looks to be blown up there. They were ready for him. Number 52, Eli Clifton, the senior defensive end with the tackle.
I've got a bunch of new Fairview faces out there too.
And not the way you want to start out first game of the season, or any drive for that matter. Second down and 15.
Yeah, we'll have to watch y'all. I mean, you get the spread going on here. You get some trips on this side, so that tackle's going to have to be athletic.
He's got time in the pocket. He's rolling it out.
Nice.
To number 8, Will Pierce, the senior wide receiver, who makes big plays. He did get hit pretty hard at the end of the play, and that was the quarterback.
Yeah, that's him.
Cam Harris-Lusk, who also is in at safety.
Yeah,
and
that
knows
was a
how
great
to deliver
catch,
a hit.
That was a great catch.
It was a fantastic catch. He's known for those long ball plays. That is Will Pierce, the senior. He's been a 4-year starter for the varsity here at Page. He's 6'4", almost 200 pounds, and very coordinated. And there's Bubba, the big man, tumbling forward to pick up about
maybe
5,
5
maybe
or 6, yeah.
And yeah, as I said, only a sophomore, had over 1,000 yards rushing last year as a freshman.
He looks like a little bowling ball. He looks like he can go forward.
He's very, very large. He is also weighing in around 200 215 pounds and only stands around 5'9".
Wow.
Big part of the offense. And they're going to play action to him. Vandy, he's got athletic skills up the field. He's fast. Open. Near the 10. And brought down right at the 5. Stripped maybe.
Oh, he's down. He's down.
And they're going to call him that his knee was on the ground before. Van Lendingham gets up like nothing happened at the end of that play. What a fantastic run, and that's what he can do. He can make big plays. That's why I was making that Johnny Manziel reference earlier.
Oh, yeah.
He can really do that kind of stuff.
He's got some wheels.
Yes, he does. And it's also along with it looks like he's got eyes in the back of his head almost sometimes. He knows when someone's coming, and he knows how to elude the defense. So now it'll be Bubba Johnson, the handoff. Couldn't seem to make a decision about where he was going to go.
I know I'm going to have to start watching the film over here. It's so hard to see out of this press box to this right and the far corner of the end zone. So if you see me looking away, it might be the fact I'm actually watching over here. Yeah.
It's not exactly watching at home on the big screen television.
No. It's much better.
It's much better. So now we're here at 2nd down and goal. Near the 5-yard line, maybe a hair ahead of it. Will Pierce alone in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Right over here. We'll watch for him. And they're going to hand it to Bubba right up the middle. Walks in. And just like that, there you have it, folks. We have a tie ball game here tonight.
I know it. That looked too easy.
With 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Well, we know it's not 4 minutes and 60 seconds, is it? That'd be 5 minutes, folks.
So this is weird for me to say, but it is number 41, Bryson Strimler, kicking for the Page Patriots. I was so used to saying Brent Samaglia, who is now kicking for the University of Tennessee Volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a fantastic kicker and punter, and I'm also attending that college, so it'll be fun to see him and hopefully one day be announcing him in the NFL. But anyways, here's Bryson Strimler with the PAT. Straight through the uprights to tie up the football game, 7-7 here at Fairview High School.
Sounds good. It just is blanks right here. I don't have one, but it's all good. I can see yours from not really, but I'm good.
If you need anything, let me know, dude. I can.
No, I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring mine. Tim usually brings all my stuff for
They
me.
can
They
can print them for you if you want.
Tim goes, Bubba, you're good. Just say this. And I just no. They let me talk, but they never like what comes out, So. Well, you know what, Fairview, that was a quick score. I mean, Page looked really good right there. I don't know if Fairview's going to have to come back and shore some things up. They're going to have to make some big adjustments,
on the defensive side of ball, no question. It looks fairly easy there for Page to drive down the field in no time.
It's pretty scary.
On the special teams, it was a solid return near the 35, and then from there on, I think it was maybe 5 plays till they were in the end zone.
It is, and it was, and that gives your defense coming up for the Patriots a lot more confidence going forward.
Exactly. So, if they know that they have their offense there to back them up and it's going to score for them, they're going to play very aggressively, and it'll be fun to watch them and see if. And that also helps that defensive line. A lot of those guys do play both sides of the ball. Guys like Jonathan Harris and Clayton Vaughn, those guys do play both sides of the ball, so that'll help them have more energy here to come out very aggressive on the defense. So now it is going to be Strimler again kicking it off, getting ready.
Hey. Do some commentating. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that. I don't know. I didn't set this out. I didn't set this up.
Goes with the squib kick, and rolls it right into the end zone. Very impressive placement for number 41, Bryson Strimler.
Apparently, we can't see our regular our announcer down there can't see the field due to all our cords, or our media cords.
So do you need to?
I don't know what to do with them. I have to look down there, I guess, to see where they will need to go. Apparently they need to probably go in the same spot. But is this power, or is this? You think they could help maybe, or be worse? This one's. I don't know where this is going.
And here's Fairview out on offense, hands it off to Trey Bell.
Okay.
Wow, breaking tackles.
Woo.
Burst through a sea of white jerseys.
Wow, he was almost out of there.
Almost out of there for a long touchdown run. Luckily, number 10 for Page was there to stop it, Michael Burdick. Well. 2nd down and 2. And it's still humid out here at Fairview High School.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I think my socks are getting wet. If I had some socks on, I really don't have any on. But down in this hole, there's not much of a breeze. But now, I guess this is week 1 all around the mid-state, or the state that is. So some big ball games going on tonight.
Oh, yes, it is, and it's an exciting couple weeks here for football, high school football, and college football right around the corner. And shortly after that, we'll see the pros take on the field. So, fall is here, and it's fun. It's exciting to have football back.
It is. Now, what do you think about the Battle of 840? Is this the 2nd year, I guess?
This is this is the 3rd year.
This is the 3rd year?
Yeah, this is the 3rd year they've played in a row, I believe. Now, last year, Fairview won it 13-10.
Uh-huh.
The year before that, Page won it, and the year before that, so this would be the 4th year, Fairview won.
4th year?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, do they have the trophy of the Battle of 840?
They do have a trophy. Yes, they will hand it out. So Page is looking to attain that trophy, yeah.
They never
From
gave
Fairview,
us a trophy.
Take it back.
They never gave us a trophy.
Oh,
I'll be all right.
Yeah. Going to be Brendan Nardozzi back there, and they're going to hand it off to number 21, Christian Harris Lusk, Cam's brother there, and he will charge through for the 1st down.
Yeah, he just slid right through there. He opened his shoulders up, had a little seam.
Little reverse here again with Trey Bell.
Oh.
Page seems to be all over it.
Yeah, he tried to cut that up, but he had 2 or 3 guys there.
And Jonathan Harris
Yep.
there makes the hard impact
Mm.
to throw Trey Bell down to the field.
Oh, yeah. Looks like they're going to plan to put him to the wide side of the field. They are all close to the hash mark. He switched sides right there.
And he's going to keep it. He's passing it. Jonathan out there. Harris couldn't get to him in time. Number 23. That was Luke Bowers there to make the tackle. And it is going to bring up a 3rd down and short. Here comes Fairview getting the call from the sideline. What's your call out here for the offense if you're down at the helm?
I run the trap again. Still in
like
that 3-man front.
Yep. Looks like they will.
He should
Not
be
as
there.
much as they wanted to
He should be there.
necessarily get, but you're right. It looks like he will
It's close.
just
Yeah, he
squeeze
got
out
it
enough.
barely.
The ref right now is looking like he is motioning the chains.
Yep.
Yep, and that will.
I think we had the
progress
luxury
the
of
drive.
sitting right on that. We're sitting right on that yard marker. I think the coach is next door to us. Thought that might have been the 4th down right there.
So Cam Lusk is going to step back in the shotgun now. 5 receivers, Trey Bell in motion. They'll hand it to him.
Ooh.
And Jonathan Harris rushing him down, made Trey Bell stop in his tracks, couldn't keep his balance and falls down to the ground. That is a loss of 3 yards. Jonathan Harris continues to cause his problems.
Yeah, he just beat Big Jackson Clevenger, and he's a big cat. That's a good battle, but he's going to have to get him up the field.
Harris has got quick hands, and he's strong, and it looks like they took care of him there in the open field.
Uh-oh.
Evading tacklers. Brock Compton's back there to try to make the tackle. And they will drag him out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Brock Compton does, fortunately for the Page, make the tackle. He was getting blocked there by number 21, Cam's brother, Christian Lusk. So now 1st and goal, and what a play there for Fairview.
That was a play, I tell you. And he had a couple guys out front, but there when he cut back, that kind of hindered him.
Yeah.
I mean, it made him kind of had to go around a little farther than he wanted to, I think. And
Fantastic blocking, though.
Gave the defense. Oh, it was. He was patient, too.
Oh, he was. He waited for it at the point of attack to find his way up the field, and boy, did he. They're going to fake.
Ooh, he's going to take a lick in there.
They will keep it to the quarterback.
He's going to take a lick in there.
And it looks to be Daniel Vaughn and Jonathan Harris there dragging him down. A couple yard gain, maybe. It was a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and goal now for the Yellow Jackets. 9 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. The clock is ticking. Here they go, 2 backs in the backfield. Quick snap, handoff, Trey Bell, left side, untouched, touchdown, the Yellow Jackets.
That was too easy, too. I think they just had a good scheme right there. I couldn't tell, but I think they had a slot over there or a wing that they blocked down and kicked a little bit.
They had a wing and a slot right there for the blocks. Yeah, it was fantastically run, executed play, good call there for the offense, and it does put them in the lead now.
The defensive might have called themselves into maybe a blitz. I couldn't tell really.
And for Fairview, they want to make sure they can get in the lead. They did start out with the ball, so they're not going to get it after this half right away.
Oh yeah, you got to make it most of every opportunity. I mean, you might not get another one.
Exactly.
Turnover. So sometimes you have those games that who has the ball the most and the longest time is just going to win the ball game, plain and simple, But a lot of times it's who makes the least mistakes. So we got a lot of ball game left, and
And it looks like it might come down to that. Who can make the least mistakes? Such evenly matched teams, it seems, year in and year out.
Oh, yeah. It's always a good battle.
And both crowds come out for each team, no matter where the game is located, Fairview or Page. Both crowds come out and support their football teams in hopes that they can come out with a victory.
It is. It's nice to see that side, packed like that.
Oh yeah, it is. It's good. It is good for Page to come out and be a school, not just on Page campus.
Yeah,
come out together on another campus. That's fun. That's a good experience. And it will be number 19, JoJo Bruce. They are returning along with his companion number. Looks to be 18, or excuse me, number 10. Out down there returning, Michael Burdick with him.
I'll be interested to see if they kick it to him again this time because he had a really nice return.
Yeah, we'll see if they put it in his direction. You're right.
Yeah, I mean he came straight up the field, made one little move, and was off for another 10 or 15 yards. So.
And that's something that and you're right, they're going to pooch kick it. And it will be Burdick who gets it.
Uh-oh.
Finds a seam.
Woo!
Can't keep his balance, but did burst through a hole to get straight past the 40. And that is a good starting position there for the Page Patriots. As I was saying, Page takes pride in their special teams. Coach Kevin Harkins has been the special teams coach there for, almost 10 years now. And he's very, very good at what he does. He's got precise systems to each special teams, and he's very clever with the formation. So, yeah, as you see so far, they've come up strong here on special teams, returning in and keeping opposing returns not too bad. So now Page offense comes out. 3 receivers, Bubba in the back, a tight end who is going to come over, and Bubba with the run on the right. Trucks forward, can only pick up a yard or 2, possibly 3 here, depending on the spot.
51.
Tackle 51, Connor Parsons, junior linebacker.
I'll tell you what, I hadn't heard Tristan Morton's name. I think Tristan Morton, number 50, he's
Tristan Mann.
Tristan Mann, sorry, Morton. Tristan Mann, he's a Mike linebacker. I hadn't heard his name a lot right now, and I expect to. They must be getting up on him pretty well, second level, just like that.
And it looks like he does there.
Oh, there he goes right
Does
there.
Bring him down, and wow, you called him. He heard you, and we got a flag away from the ball. It looked like Will Pierce and number 2 for Fairview, Blake Russell, were exchanging in some words.
When I don't hear a lot of linebackers' names there for a while, and it's usually because the line guards and guys are getting up to the second level, getting in their face and keeping them off the football, So right there, the guard came up on him. He fought him off and went to make a play.
He did fight him off and had to wrap around that running back with one arm. That was impressive strength. He is a senior now, and this is his defense. So it's time for him.
He's a big, strong kid. Yeah, he is. But
and that moved the Page defense forward quite a good chunk of yardage over the midway mark quite a bit, near the 38. Right on the 38, it seems. Now, Bubba Johnson. They aren't going to hand it off to him, play action. Nope, the flag is thrown. And now it's going to be against the offense. Was a false start. So that pushes them back after that gain. Now 1st down and 15, still over. Right near the 45-yard line on Fairview's side of it. Here's Van Landingham rolling out, looking downfield, looks to throw it, and nearly picked off there. Number 21, the senior safety, Christian Harris Lusk. Looks like him and his brother Cam are going to take over on the offensive and defensive side of the football.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't intercept that. That's a play.
That's one that he may want back there. Yes.
Yeah, I know it. So
it looked like it was intended for. Oh, we're going to get another flag here
against Fairview. It's going to be roughing the passer. Wow, I didn't see anything close
the passer
to that.
here.
But maybe that's why we got one.
And excuse me, the pass was intended there, it looks like, for JoJo Bruce, number 19. Obviously didn't get the completion, but after the matter doesn't really come to occur.
I was looking down the field. I didn't see it.
Read option, Van Landingham up the field.
Woo! Nice tackle.
Gets clipped down. Good tackle there. Good tackle there, excuse me, for Christian Harris-Lusk.
He's having a pretty solid ball game so far, and hopefully he'll get sized up right out there.
Yeah, and that was a safety, free safety. You know, Harris-Lusk brought him down there for the outside linebacker position almost, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's playing outside right there. They're in a 4-4 right now. I think they might have changed their defense a little bit. I guess it depends on what set. You know, if they have a trips come out, they're probably going to drop him off the ball a little bit.
An important drive here for Page to tie up the game.
It is, it is.
Second down and what looks to be 7 yards. Van Landingham taking the snap. Bubba Johnson getting it. Not much at the point of attack. Brings it outside.
Oh, that's a hold.
Finding space. And, you know, it's interesting. I don't know if you got to see him run last year.
Right.
But he has gained quite a bit of weight, and it seems to have taken a toll on his speed.
Right.
Yeah, he is not as fast as he was last year. Still looking to gain yards there, but I'm interested to see how throughout his high school career what they'll do with his weight.
Right.
Because we see players in the pros like Eddie Lacy and LeGarrette Blunt have to
they got to cut back.
manage their weight because at that position you have to have a certain amount of agility and low snap. Gets it. Will Pierce screen. Good blocking.
Nice block.
Perfectly executed play. Touchdown for the Page Patriots. Ties up the football game. Well, the 1 point down, 13-14, excuse me. Will Pierce, number 8. Gets his first reception for a touchdown of the season. Wow. Sitting here, tied football game. Midway through the second quarter, 6.5 minutes left. We're getting close to halftime. What are we seeing, Steve? What are we seeing out of both teams?
I think they're just going through their playbook, looking for matchups right now. I think they know what they want to do, and then sometimes they're going to deviate because they're apparently both some smart set of coaches and football teams. You know, the day and age has changed a little bit. Nobody's just going to line up in the eye and run the football straight down the field. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see if anybody can get a stop, you know.
The game certainly has become more complex. With passing and formations and fakes here, reverses there. It's become more of a trickery game here. Especially in the high school level, we see lots of tricks and reverses because defenses aren't as matured and well grasped on the game and what their position necessarily means. That's
very true. You know, I think, though, that when you get down to it and you need a yard, then when you see the physicality coming through, old school football wins out a lot of times. Yeah, you have some trickery, but up front, these guys, you know, winning that drive for Page is your offensive line, getting up with the linebackers as we've seen. You know, right there, you had a kick block by a lineman come out and make that block to free him and get him on down the field, and that's what you got to have, you know. So if you're running the battle up front, you're going to have a good chance of getting the end zone, or even on defense winning the battle up front, you're going to get some stops. So it's they're going to have to. They're playing good football right now, so we'll see how it goes. I think Page is winning the battle up front right now, and I think Fairview's hanging in there with their athleticism, you know. So.
Well, we had so much hype going into the year for Page. We've heard so much talk about this offensive line because they've been together for a long time. They're the only part of this team that has actually been together for 2 or 3 years now. They've been starting and kind of stayed relatively the same. So they look to be winning that battle, as you said, at the point of attack up front.
I'd say right now they are.
And Page is lined up, ready for the kick. Fairview back there with Christian Harris-Lusk.
Well, he didn't call it.
And the kick's going to go out of bounds. Tried to do the same thing he did last time. Bounce it in perfectly into the end zone. Couldn't quite make it happen there. The penalty will come up and give Fairview a better starting position.
Okay.
Good tackle there for Page. Number 33, Nick Hurd, junior linebacker. And now Fairview has to come out and see if they can answer again. It's been back and forth here, back and forth, trying lead changes and ties during this game. 14-14, just under 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and Fairview looking over to the side in question of what to do. And it's going to be delay of game for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to take that 5-yard penalty. That's a little odd. Well, with that missed reception, this drive for the Yellow Jackets could be coming to a halt, which now leads them to punt deep in their territory, leaving JoJo Bruce out there for a chance to return. This is seeming to be a bad sequence of events here for Fairview.
It is. They're going to have to come up with something big right here on third.
They are. At least get some yards to get them a better position to punt. He does drop back. Jonathan Harris causing trouble, rolling out. Lusk going to run one way, the other way. Shake and bake, still trying to get down there. And gets past the line of scrimmage, makes it a 4th down and 5 or 6, makes the punting situation better.
It does. That really helped them flip the field a little bit, so hopefully they can get the ball out here. I think they're going to go for it. Yeah, he's going for it.
And it seems to be that they are going to go for it. Wow, in motion, Trey Bell. They may be trying to scare him off, get them to jump off sides. And, yep, going to end up choosing to bring out a timeout. So that's one timeout gone for Fairview.
I know Coach Hughes pretty well, and sometimes he'll go for that because he thinks if he can't stop someone, what's the difference in 80 yards versus 40 yards or 50 yards? So he'll give them that opportunity because too, time-wise, if you can't stop him with 2 minutes, he gets no ball back. The short field, he's not going to stop with the long field, so he get a chance to at least get the ball back.
He's playing field position right here. Yeah, it looks to be. He's trusting his defense that they can get a good punt and then stop them early. And you're right, get time before this half ends to pull ahead.
That's true. He's I don't know if it's field position game, but it's a time game. He wants to have the ball more times, as many times as he can on average, and I think that's hopefully we'll see what happens right here. I think it's fun. Team's going out there. That's probably a pretty good call. 4:31 left.
Yeah. I would say that is a good decision for Coach Hughes to just punt it away here. And they are going to bring number 10, not JoJo Bruce. That will be Michael Burdick back there to return the punt. Here it is, up in the air.
Oh, he can return. Oh, golly.
And
good
it's
roll.
going to roll.
Wow.
Oh!
Sorry.
Michael Burdick picks it up. Going to the other side.
He's got space.
He's got Green ahead of him. If he can get this sideline, and he will be pulled down to the ground past the 50-yard line on the Fairview side of the field, right at the 45. And wow, what a risky decision to pick that football up. Took a hit.
It was
straight to the chest as soon as he got the ball, but kept
it. It paid off. It
did.
But that's
picked up about 20, 25 yards there.
Well, I think he thought he had a clear lane straight down the field, and then it took another weird bounce on him.
Yep.
Well, that's going to come back. We must have a block in the back on that, I think.
Oh, it does look to be that way, and that's unfortunate.
Well, that's so hard as a kid out there blocking, to reverse the field on them. And all the guys are running one way. You're right there to make a good block, and then they turn back.
He turns back, and you're just already in that motion, Before you know it, you're pushing his back in, and you see the yellow flag in your peripheral vision. That's not what you want, but sometimes there's not much you can do about it.
That's right.
So it just leaves Page with a little more yard to cover. See if they can get another score there in the end zone. That is their hopes. Will Pierce has got a one-on-one again. They like to see that. Van Landingham going to hand it off to Bubba Johnson up the middle. Lowering his shoulder. Breaking a tackle. He's got room near the sideline. Down at the 34-yard line. Or excuse me, the 36-yard line. And wow.
Fairview's going to have to wrap up on that boy right there. We're going to have to get down, get low on him.
When he gets momentum and a little speed, trucking down the field and lowers his shoulder, that's
he looked quick enough right there for me. He was.
You're right.
Yeah.
It hits. He proved me wrong there with a little bit of speed there. You're correct.
Well, he broke that tackle, and then there wasn't anybody else out there in the flats, and he broke outside and took off.
Let's see if they're going to stick with the ground and pound, and they are up the middle. Can't find anything there. They shut it down early. Seem to take your advice and wrap up. 2nd down and 8 now.
Better.
They're not even. They're not going to give him any yards. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Same line of scrimmage. Different down.
I look for Page probably to run that zone read some more to pull it outside and give him the option to get free.
They're going to bring Burdick in motion. They're going to hand it off to him. He's
is.
got speed. He's got room on the outside. Wow. Nice burst of speed through that hole to pick up the 1st down and a little bit more. Gets them near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Page's wide receivers are doing a great job blocking off the ball as well.
They are.
I mean, they're start blocking out there. They're getting up on the DB. He can't get free, giving him a lot of room to run.
Coach Jonathan White is the offensive coordinator out there and coaches the running backs and wide receivers. He's up here in the box. And there's Bubba Johnson, middle of the field. Good tackle there by number 21, Christian Lusk. But, yeah, Jonathan White does a great job disciplining these guys on the offensive side of the football. Teaching them it's not all about the flashy plays just when they do have the football, but off-ball plays, it makes you a great player.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
I mean, if you can't block as a wide receiver, your value diminishes quite a bit. So now we are faced with a 2nd down and 4. Under 2 minutes left to go now. Page handing it off to Bubba. Trying to find some room. And he's near the 1st down, isn't he?
I think he got it. It's really close.
It is close. It's right there. Wow. They haven't moved the chains yet, and it looks like they are going to keep it there. 3rd down and inches.
I think the refs came out and said, we're not going to measure anything tonight.
And Will Rathbone. Coach Rathbone is going to take a timeout. Important moment in the game for his offense. They get the ball after the half. If they score here, they gain that lead, and that changes the whole momentum of this football game.
Oh, it does. And, I'm really confused. I usually don't see a play where the yard marker is on the 1st down marker.
1st down spot, and they don't go out to measure it.
They don't go out to measure it. And we had a 4th down right up here earlier. Same situation for Fairview in the 1st drive. So I'm just kind of like, I guess they want to move
especially
that
with
game
a
along.
timeout here, why not? You have the time to come out and just take a second look.
That could be a big down. This could be a huge down. You get some penetration.
And if I was Rathbone, I'd be complaining a little bit and saying, hey, let's take a second look.
He might not really realize how close he is to it, but
yeah, who knows?
Of course, we're in the booth, but it looks pretty close.
And now number 2, Quade Lamont, standing at 6'4", a tall wide receiver out there by himself. They have not given him a shot yet. And that's the thing about Page. They've got 2 tall wide receivers out on each side Will Pierce 6'3" and
Ooh.
Quaid 6'4", and wow, that's going to be a false start. A huge mistake there, and that's when you would have liked to check for that spot, because now instead of 1st down and 15, you're at 3rd down and 6.
Yep. Well, you're not going to be 15. You're 3rd down and 6. Oh, yeah, you're 1st and 15.
If they would have had the 1st down, exactly.
That's right, exactly.
And that seemed to be number 88 for Page getting the false start there. That is Sam Kramer.
Yeah, back to those big bodies, your receivers, they make all the difference. Having those big bodies that can block on the edge, or, you know, you're worried about getting run blocked, and then all of a sudden they go deep on you. It's a huge threat.
So now for Page, they're going to hand it off. It's not Bubba back there. It was Quincy Brockhampton. They tried to go with speed. Fairview Yellow Jackets defense said no, not tonight. Number 44 with the tackle behind the line, K.K. McKinney. The senior defensive end gets his first tackle of the football game. Now it's a 4th down and 9. Are you going to try to kick the field goal here? It seemed to be a 30, let's say 39, right under a 40-yarder.
With your offense, the way it's been going, I really don't know you guys' kicker. I think Fairview would definitely try one. I don't know if you guys, how good a kicker you had. I know you said you had a great kicker that moved on to UT.
UT, yeah. Now, Bryson Strimler, I think, this would be right at the max of his range. I think he could kick this 40-yard field goal. I think that would be right at the peak of it. It seems to be a nice night out tonight. There's not much wind. I'm sure he's been practicing out there on the sideline, but also with the offense, you're right, with the way it's been producing, with a couple of big plays here and there. It seems to me maybe they can draw something up on a 4th and 9.
You could get a penalty. Also, if you get a pick that far back, or you get, that's as good as a
tackle
punt,
your defense. Yep, your defense is going to be fine. And with 1:40 to go, they'd really like to get the score here. They might not get another chance with the football.
No, they might not get another chance.
4th and 9. Van Lanningham in the shotgun. Bubba Johnson standing right behind them. He's going to go out.
Screen.
Little
Great
screen
play.
pass. Bubba wasn't ready for it. Van Lanningham was hurried by a rush. Didn't want to get tackled. Bubba had just gotten past the offensive line, hadn't had a chance to whip his head around, and now he's getting talked to on the sideline.
I think that was Tristan Mann, and I thought he had a chance to return that.
That was Tristan Mann. You are correct.
That was almost scary going the other way.
That would have been. It would have been minimal people back here to stop for Page.
Oh, yeah.
Van Lanningham would have had to bring down a senior linebacker. And Tristan Mann is no small man. He stands at around 200 pounds. And here's number 21.
Get it.
Lusk breaking another tackle near the sideline.
He's took that down.
Finally, wrapped down to the ground. That was number 40, Ryan Janreski, wide receiver and defensive back. But what a good run there for Fairview.
It was, but he's kind of lucky he stepped out of bounds because he got tackled back.
It did look like he was near the out of bound lines. The refs seem to not be double checking a lot of things here tonight, but it is the first game of the season. Everyone's getting used to football back.
We've only got, I think, 2 timeouts, maybe 1 timeout left, and
each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Yes. Trey Bell in motion. Lusk in the pocket. It is a pass right in the middle of the field. The zone defense was caught standing and confused. Lusk.
I think Lusk got rolled up there at the end of that play.
He's looking for a sub there. You're right. They haven't given him one yet, but 2 huge plays for him right in a row. One on the running side, and then again on the passing.
I know it.
Him and his brother really connecting when it matters. 1 minute now and 15 seconds left to go to end this half. Big possession here. Trey Bell in motion, running to the left. Juking his way through defenders, picks up about 6 or 7. The clock remains to run. Christian Lusk never got a sub. It seems to be he's still in the football game.
Coach Hughes probably going to tell him he's going to stay out there and get through this last minute.
Finish off this last minute.
Oh, yeah.
You're a senior. You're a wide receiver, running back, big part of the offense, and a big moment in the game.
Get out of bounds.
Quick curl route to get out of bounds, and he does. It picks up more than enough for the first down. 43 seconds left to go. You're near the red zone. You just moved the chains. You've got 2 timeouts. You must be feeling really good about yourself if you're the Fairview Yellow Jackets. About a minute ago, it felt about the exact opposite.
Coach Hughes has been running a no huddle for a long time. He can get a lot of stuff done pretty quick. So
now he's rolling out to his right, makes the throw. It's picked off. That's number 18. Or excuse me, number 10, Michael Burdick. He's coming around the end. He's got room. 2 people back there. Yellow Jackets there to beat him. More Page people blocking, and he's going to find his way at the 5, tumbling in to the end zone. That is a pick 6 for the Page Patriots here, and that takes the lead near the end of the first half. And wow, what a change in the game. What a magnificent defensive play for the senior defensive back, Michael Burdick. A shift in momentum for the Page Patriots. That's really what they needed here. And Cameron Lusk seems to be carried off the field by his teammates. His ankle might have been rolled. Him and his brother now, both experiencing problems with the ankle. If that seems to carry on throughout this game, that would have a big impact on this offense.
That would be huge right there. It sure would. I'm kind of questioning the refs. We had 38 seconds, I do believe, when he crossed the end zone.
And the clock continued to run. I did
run a long time.
Glance at that as well.
So
what a play there.
That was a huge play, They had some more time. He just forced that in there. Had too many guys over there. And patient running got the ball all the way back down in the end zone.
No, you're right there. He followed his blockers all the way until he got in the end zone, exactly what it needed to do. That's too bad for Cam Lusk. Rolling his ankle at the end of that play, was just trying to get a tackle and hope the defense could make a stop. It seemed to be an ill-advised throw there, right into the defense. It seemed to be 2 defensive backs near where he was throwing. I didn't understand. I didn't get a good look at it as well. I'd love if we had instant replay here. So we're waiting for a PAT. It looks like
he could be cramping a little bit down there, Harris Lusk. They're stretching him out, working on his calves a little bit.
You're right. They're stretching him out right now. And it could be that he is just cramping and a little bit tight. And we have halftime approaching, so he'll have some time maybe to get some stretching in. But, you got 29 seconds. Let's call it 18 after the kickoff's over.
Right.
Are you going to try to throw a bomb down the field?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, you would try to tie up this game. You got 2 timeouts.
Coach Hughes would. Coach Hughes would. I don't know. Actually, it just depends. We'll see what Mr. Lusk looks like.
It seems both Lusks, both brothers now. We saw one who wanted a playoff or 2, didn't get it. That was Christian Lusk, the running back, but played well the rest of the drive up until that pick his brother threw.
Right.
So now it's seems to be that we're just waiting on something here for the PAT.
Oh, yeah, she's rubbing down his calves. He's cramping a little bit right now. They just got back in school. They've been 2-daying it up, and it's been pretty hot. Which actually has been cool here and there too. So
either way, it's been a long trek and a long journey of working out and getting your body prepared for a long season ahead. They look to maybe even top their record last year of 11-1 and try to go undefeated this year. We'll see what they can do. Page is seeming to give them a challenge. Now being up 21-14. Oh, excuse me.
They called it no good.
That PAT was no good. 20-14. That could come back to bite them.
That sure could. 1-point games.
And it's funny. When I was a junior 2 years ago, our football team lost 2 games, both by 1 point.
Wow.
So it happens. It's happened with our football team. Rathbone has seen it in the past. And I wouldn't be shocked if we end up in that position where it gets close here, because these are 2 good football teams battling it out, a rivalry now, and we'll just have to see what either team brings. Page will get it after this half, so I'll be interested to see if the Yellow Jackets can put up even just a field goal. right now.
It'd be nice. Well, 28 seconds.
It's tough. It'll depend a lot on this return.
Yeah.
We'll see where he kicks it. He's been kicking it. He's been trying to bounce it into the end zone, kind of awkwardly kicking it for a returner. It'd be tough the way Strimler has been gliding it in the air with his bomb of foot. And here Strimler, squibs it right up the middle. Fairview will have a chance to return it. He's going to the outside, cutting it back up. He is tackled right at the 35-yard line. That only took off 6 seconds. So now you've got 22 seconds. You've got 2 timeouts. You're at the 35-yard line. What would you say the range of their kicker is? Of Fairview's kicker.
He's a pretty good kicker.
He's not a bad kicker?
No.
He's a senior, Jeff Perez, number 9.
He's pretty decent. I think he's had his moments.
Think he could boot a 50-yarder?
Maybe.
Come up huge here.
I think I can.
It's not going to seem to matter. Hughes is going to kneel it down. He wants to get his team in the locker room and have a good talking to.
You don't want to have a big mistake like you just had with a minute left, and then you go down 14. Down.
Number 11, Jacob Goins, raising up and down his hands for Page as he nears his fellow classmates and fans of the football team. Very excited to be leading. Only by 6 points, though. Let's keep that in mind as we head into the first half. It has been a very fun and exciting back and forth half of football we see, opening up the season for high school football. It's been very fun. I'm Mac Morey, and this is
Steve Skelton.
And it's been fun. We'll be back here shortly in the next 15 or 20 minutes for a fun second half. We'll see you here shortly. Hello, everybody. We are back for a second half of football, which should be close. It's the Fairview Yellow Jackets and the Page Patriots. If you're just tuning in, it was an exhilarating first half where Page started out, behind for a while, and Fairview had a great opening drive, but Page seemed to storm back and ended up with a lead. They did miss that PAT, so that may come back to hurt him in the end. 20-14. There comes the kick. It's high. JoJo Bruce gets it around the 15. And shifts his way to the 31-yard line. So what are we seeing for both teams adjustment-wise on the offensive and defensive side of the ball? What are we looking for, Steve?
I think they're going to keep doing what they've been doing. I think they found, a few different sets. Both teams have a couple different weapons and things they like to do. So, Fairview likes to run the ball and then stretch them out with a jet sweep. And so, I think that and Page has a ton of different sets, zone read.
Play action. Another screen pass for Will Pierce. They seem to have it more covered there. Great tackle. Number 22, Brendan Nardozzi. Fantastic tackle there for the senior.
So I think, it'll be we'll see what – I think we'll have a whole different ball game here in the third quarter, and they'll settle into what it is in the fourth, and we'll see if these two teams, who can pull it out,
Yeah, when you come out of a halftime, you come out with that mentality that it's 0-0 and you're really starting over. So it will be fun to see the adjustments they've made and with prior knowledge to the first half. Page would love to come out with a score here, and they got him to jump there, it looks like. Will be an offsides, which is good because it seemed to be second down and 11. Give them another 5 yards, make it second down and 6 here after that failed screen attempt.
Yeah, that's a little more doable than second and 11. You like your odds on that.
look for a run with Bubba Johnson here. Second down and at mid-range is screaming for a run call. And they do. Give it to him right up the right side. Breaking a tackle, fighting his way for a gain of 2, maybe 3. So now you're at a 3rd down and short.
Yeah, that's still more you want to give up, on that play, but he's hitting downhill. It's a quick hitter, I think Fairview's just glad to wrap it up, up and not let it break for more yardage.
It was a great tackle there made by number 87, the junior, Stephen Jewell. So now Van Laningham finds himself in the shotgun. Fairview blitzes. Oh, fakes the pass. Van Laningham trying to maneuver his way with the speed that he has. Couldn't quite juke his way up to the 1st down, and now we got a flag thrown away from the action of that play. It was near the number safety for Fairview, number 2, and number 88 for Page. That would be Blake Russell and Sam Kramer again. That's going to be an offensive penalty. That'll push them back. It's going to remain 4th down, I believe. It should, anyways.
I think that was after the ball. I don't know. Did he call a holding? Or did
I believe it was called a holding, yeah. Or no, that may have been an unsportsmanlike with how far they just went back.
Yeah, and I think it should be 4th down if it was, because they're bringing it.
Yeah, I know that you're absolutely right. It is 4th down.
Yeah, I think it was after the whistle was blown.
So that will force Page to punt. A good defensive stand for Fairview, something that they really needed. They can come out in the lead now quick. Yeah,
they hadn't done that all first half. We hadn't seen that all first half, But Page actually hurt herself a little bit with a penalty too in the first, and then got pulled back.
So now Strimler will take the punt, boots it up in the air.
Gotta watch your up back. Could hit him.
And bounces. He will return it. This is Lusk.
Oh.
Going one way, going the next to the left near the sideline. Gets up about 10 or 15 yards, but after the play, a flag was thrown. Looks like it's going to be called on Fairview. That will bring that exciting returns progress back. If we are correct with it being on the Fairview Yellow Jackets. It looked like it was.
Oh, yeah.
So now they end up at the what looks to be 10-yard line. That's not as sweet sounding as the 40. So now they'll hand it off. He's got room in the open field. Delivers a big hit to the safety. Number 11, Jacob Goins, was not ready to make the tackle there. What an explosive run there from number 21. Christian Harris Lusk, the senior.
It was.
It's a big gain for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Fairview, if they come out in a different set right there. It looked like a little zone read of their own action. Couldn't tell if it was a jet.
Jonathan Harris does not seem to be in for the defensive line for Page. They may take advantage of that with another run. They will. Trey Bell at the left. Fighting his way for a gain of 9 yards. So Trey Bell and Harris Lusk will stay out there. Both of them attain lots of skill when they have the ball in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to hand it off right.
Ooh.
Good tackle there.
Uh-oh.
Shoestring would have had a lot more gain. That was number 30 with the tackle. Austin Harshaw. That does move the chains, though, nearing the 50-yard line.
you've got
We've
a cramp there
down.
in your defensive backfield, number 11.
That would be number 11. You're correct. Down for the Page Patriots. That's Jacob Goen. They're stretching out his hamstring right now. Seems to have pulled something, maybe cramping up. He gets back up and he's going to hobble to the sidelines. That's good to see a player get up right away. We don't like to see them down and injured.
No, it's a humid night out here, and you know, some of these kids, it's going both ways. Especially they're going to be getting tight. They're going to start cramping a little bit. They got to weather the storm. We'll see how good their conditioning is, and how well they've prepared as well.
What makes the difference of a good football team and a great football team?
It is.
So now the drive continues for the Yellow Jackets. Cam. He's going to take it right away to the left. Number 44 tangles him up, Jackson Satterfield. The linebacker, 5'10", 175 pounds, managed to aggressively use his hands and get there, make the tackle. Only gained about a yard, 2nd down and 9.
That was a great play. I don't know if he was actually on a blitz to the A gap or if he was just reading. But if it was a read, he was up there. He was quick.
So now a handoff to the right.
Oh.
Lots of white Page jerseys around him right away near the line of scrimmage. That is again number 30 with the tackle, Austin Harshaw. Lusk takes the snap. Quick throw, dump off. Designed for those kind of situations. 3rd and a little bit long, medium length there. They had about 6 or 7 yards to gain the 1st down left, and they picked it up just enough. A good design play there. Great play call there from Hughes.
Oh, he did. The wide receivers out there with a great stalk block, but the bad thing about that is he got rolled up at the end a little bit, but it moved the chains, and it's Fairview 1st down.
So now Lusk finds himself in the shotgun. They're going to fake it. He's going to keep it again to the right. Lowers the shoulder and gains about 5 or 6 right into the path of number 33, the linebacker Nick Hurd, picking up his 3rd or 4th tackle.
That's one thing about Lusk. He looks more like a tailback when he gets to the line of scrimmage. He runs downhill. He runs hard.
Oh, right there. He gained around 2 or 3 yards after impact. Just keep trucking his legs. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks do that. He's got a lot of aggression when he gets the ball downfield. So now he'll find himself under center, hand it off. Oh, look at run. He fumbled it. Ball's on the ground. They're fighting for it, and Page seems to have come up with it. Oh, what a big change.
Got a little excited there.
In possession, and now we've got another, what looks to be maybe hamstring tighten up. That was number 10, Michael Burdick, who just got the fumble, and now it is himself on the ground. His teammate, his own quarterback, Van Landingham, stretching him out until the trainer gets there to do it herself. Yeah, you're right. It seems to be this humidity getting to these players.
Was that Christian Harris Lusk, I guess, on that
fumble? Yes.
Yes. It's a tough break right there. He's got to hold on to that football a little tighter.
He does. He's got to hold that closer to his body, and if Page comes down and scores here, it's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Now, 2-possession football game. The time starts to dwindle as you get here later in the second half.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the way Coach Rathbone will run his offense after he gets the ball. He'll begin to chew clock if he gets a 2-possession lead here.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a huge mistake either way because you've got the Page defense on its heels right now. You've got a couple guys going out with cramps. You know, you're really trying to take it to them right now. So, I'd like to see them hold on to that football and get to the end zone. But here we are on defense. Let's play some football.
Van Landingham having some words with his running back Bubba before the play. They get lined up.
Oh yeah.
There's the snap. Little play action. Van Landingham in the pocket. He's got time.
Too much time.
Thinks about launching it. He's going to run around. Wide open, finds his receiver. Or, in fact, his running back for the catch. Bubba Johnson.
Oh, they tried to avoid that. I don't know if I agree with that call, but.
Oh, and there's going to be a late hit call, it seems to be, Steve.
I'd say it would be. Yep. Yeah, I couldn't tell. There was a pile of them. I thought they tried to jump over him, but I could be wrong.
Maybe not the best decision to go run in there and try to hit him down. That could have been a frustration flag we've just seen there. Just turned over the ball. You thought you were going to score, and now your team finds himself down.
Yeah.
And it looks that we'll be advance the ball for Page even more. That's going to be a full 15 yards.
You had two guys floundering the football, but I think you had one try to jump over, but I think we still had one lead with his hat.
And if you look at the coach right now, he seems to be throwing a fit.
Yeah, Coach Hughes is
not happy about it.
Not happy at all.
But when a challenge arises for a football team and a defense especially, you have to come up and face it. And so now we'll see if the Yellow Jackets are prepared for that challenge. Bubba Johnson towards the right. Cutting up field. He's got room on the sideline, lowering his shoulder, breaking tackles. He continues to stay on his feet until he goes out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Bubba Johnson remains to show his power.
He does. He's running hard. I tell you, I'm pretty impressed with him. He just keeps it going, keeps him moving.
He's a big boy. He's tough to bring down when he gets his forward momentum there.
Oh, yeah.
And they will bring him out. Quincy Brock Compton will come in, number 18. He had one other carry earlier in the game, did fumble, so now they might give him another chance, and they do, and he falls down behind the line. 2 carries for Brock Compton. Neither have gone as planned. Both resting snaps for Bubba Johnson, and they will bring him back in immediately. So now they lost 4 with that play, 2nd down and 14. Fairview looking to be a little bit on their heels on the defensive side of the ball here, Stephen.
They are. I think they're a little shell-shocked. I think they thought they were going in for the score on that turnover, and, they find themselves on defense. But, football is a crazy sport because you find yourself in one situation, and you got to bear down and do your job,
And now we've got another Page football player stretching out those hamstrings. Maybe that's something their coaches should address after the game. Maybe they should get some better stretching. And 3 players now seeming to be troubled by it, and that is number 88, the sophomore, or I believe junior tight end, Sam Kramer.
These kids come out these days and they have, they've got to be prepared, but they got to prepare all the way through the week, especially with these programs that play both ways and they play a lot of football and it's hot out here. You got to prepare Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Some of these kids wait to pregame meal and think they're doing it enough, and it's just not enough. And,
No, the whole week you've got to be disciplined with your hydration, the way you're eating. You've got to watch when you wake up, when you're going to sleep. It's a lot to be a student athlete and remain disciplined as well as academically in your classes. Stay awake, get your homework done. That's what Williamson County calls these athletes to do, and most of them I'd say actually the majority of them do pretty well. Van Landingham finding himself in trouble. Quick pitch off to JoJo Bruce. Couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. This drive had high hopes with a penalty, brought him over midfield. Another big play with Jacob Van Landingham finding room and finding space. Bubba Johnson, a couple good runs, but now with 2 bad plays, you're at the 26-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 20.
This is where we want to find ourselves as the Yellow Jackets, but the Page Patriots, they've got something in store for this. They practice things like this, I'm sure, all the time. It's really who wants it more, who has the mental breakdown right now, and you have to keep playing football. It's too much time.
Launches it. Downfield, Will Pierce wide open. It's a one-on-one. The flag was thrown. I did see Will Pierce extend his arms a little bit. They may call it an offensive pass interference.
I think that'll be an offensive pass interference, honestly. But
that is too bad because, wow, Jacob Van Landingham throwing that right as he was getting hit, right as he was faced with pressure.
Yeah. But I'm interested because the referee that threw the flag signaled the touchdown, but it's reluctantly, I think. So we'll see how it goes. It might be coming back.
And it is a pass interference that will be called on the offense.
He's going to look at that one on tape and film, and he's going to realize that he didn't have to do that. He's a big kid, good athlete.
Oh, yeah, he had the size and he had the position where he wanted. He did not need that extra space with the push.
He did need it.
I've seen Will develop through the years as a freshman. Now he's a senior, a three-sport athlete, and really fantastic in all three of them. Plays basketball and soccer. Started on varsity 3 years in both of those sports, 4 years for our football team.
Wow.
He's got a lot of skill, lots of knowledge, and they're going to keep him in. It is now a third down and what looks to be 30 yards. It's a screen for Bubba Johnson. He is not going to get much there. It is shut down early. Gets to near the 30-yard line, right at the 31.
Some of these young defensive linemen, they have a hard time feeling that pressure of a screen, and that's something, as you get older, you feel, you can sniff those things out. And you had one defensive lineman that kind of sniffed that out, and a linebacker, and that shut that play down pretty well. So it's they already get caught with that screen once or twice before already. I think they tried to throw it twice before.
Yes, they have.
So
fourth down, the offense is going to stay out there for Page. At this point, it seems to be that would be not a bad decision. It's way too long for a field goal, but it'd be an awkward place to punt the football. So they are going to do it. Van Landingham grabs the snap, launches it long. He's got a receiver wide open. No! Misses the touchdown. No! Had it in his hands. Wide open. Oh, no. That is number 13. Miles Bond.
Oh, that'll hurt your feelings right there.
Perfectly designed, perfectly executed. Van Landingham saw it and a solid throw. Have to make the catch.
Yeah, that kid's going to have a hard time living that one off. It's going to take him a minute.
He is. That's tough to do in front of your fans, in front of your friends, in front of your family. But the game is going to continue, and Page still has this lead, and the defense is not in a terrible position here. So if they can recover.
Oh, dang.
Screen pass, broken up. Number 23, the cornerback there. Luke Bowers seemed to have done that, outside linebacker.
Oh, gosh.
Caused that play himself. And another player, defensive lineman down for Page. It looks to be number 75. I think that might be Jonathan Harris.
Well, he came up a little gimped up earlier. He was a little hobbly earlier in the game. But the last drive, actually, he was on offense. So,
Jonathan Harris, a senior, 3 years starting for this football team. He's a big leader on the O line and D line up front. So, be not great to lose him. Coach Bone pacing in disbelief that now he's got 4 or 5 of these players coming, dropping like flies. These hamstrings.
I know, and we're in the third quarter.
We've got 3.5 minutes left to go. I mean, we're not even just about to go in the fourth. We've got a good amount of football left ahead of us. And he's going to.
We did have a couple, I think, 90-degree days this week, and hopefully get big man back here and he'll get to play some more football. He looks like he's tight, though. He is.
He does look very tight. That's a lot of weight for a person to carry, especially with Jonathan Harris just now gaining a lot of that weight in muscle. He was a lot bigger in girth last year, and now dropped that weight and has gained it all back in muscle. He still remains to be 265.
Oh, wow.
So now Fairview finds himself 2nd and 10. Trey Bell in motion. They'll fake it. Go the other way with Husk. Yeah. Wrapped up and brought down fairly quickly. Number 57, that is Rathbone. That is Chris Alsop.
That was one of the times he was being super patient, but his own offensive line kind of made that tackle. You want those guys to get on their horse and get around there, but sometimes you get 2 of them. It's hard to wait, and you get caught from the backside.
So now you're at 3rd and 7. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolling. Another dump-off play. It was the same design play that they did on their last 3rd down. And he misses the catch there, too. We've seen a couple of them. That was Brendan Nardozzi. That's his first missed catch of the night. But a few on each side for each team has missed some crucial catches.
They have. You know, that page miscue right there would have definitely put the game in dire straits for the Yellow Jackets at this point in the game, because you know it's hot out here and it's going to be a big play. Is going to be a high commodity later on in this game.
So Fairview forced a punt after that missed catch. There's Burdick back there, receiving it, getting a running start. Good spin. Good juke. Remains up and gets flattened down at the 43-yard line. Not a bad couple moves there for him. Getting up, and excuse me, that was number 10, Michael Burdick. Two minutes and 53 seconds left to go. The ball's on the 44. Page remains in the lead by 6 points. The score has not altered.
Yeah, I know it.
Since the first half came to a conclusion.
Well, here we go.
And here comes the Page offense back out for another chance. They're going to hand it off to Bubba up in the middle. Trying to find some room, he couldn't. Ganged up on by those Yellow Jackets early on the run. 2nd down and 8. Van Lanningham in the shotgun, looking to keep this drive alive against the Yellow Jackets. Bubba again to the right. Finding his way against a couple defenders around them, forces himself to get right to the 50-yard line. And now that makes it a 3rd down and I think 4. And yes, it will be 3rd down and 4. The clock is ticking down. Just under 2 minutes now left in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the offense getting set up. Remaining in the same formation, 3 wide receivers. I have not seen Sam Kramer out at tight end since that hamstring pull. Here's Van Lanningham in the pocket. He has time in the middle of the field. It's picked off. Ricocheted off Will Pierce's hands, right into the hands of number 25, Tony Torres, the senior.
You could just kind of feel the momentum through that whole drive just changing right there. It was, it's not Page's fault. They got some guys out right now due to the cramps and conditioning, I think, and they just going through a little mental lull, I think, as a team right now. So anyways, Yellow Jackets getting after it right here. Wrapped up quick. 57-23 for the Patriots. Mr. Narduzzi carrying that football right there. Looked to cut it up, but he was met quick in the hole, right on the outside of the tackle, outside of the C gap. The Yellow Jackets going to have to keep pressing right here because they're down and they've got a little over a quarter to get things done. Down by 6. Both teams kind of struggling to put a drive together right now in the 3rd. Here we go. That was Lusk on the carry over the left side. You know, that play took a little long to develop, but he hit the hole, had a nice-sized hole there. He just closed a little early on him. We got 3rd and about 7, looks like to me. As the time's kind of running down here, the Yellow Jackets might actually let it go to half. We're going to see. I think they will. I don't know. I think they're going to have to run one. Play clock.
So now Lusk rolling out to the right. Finds a receiver. And he is hit out of bounds by number 23, Luke Bowers, and he will pick up the 1st down, though. The big 3rd down conversion there. for the Yellow Jackets to keep the drive alive and hopefully take the lead here.
Oh, that was big right there. That was a big completion. Yellow Jackets kind of set that up to the wide side of the field for a couple plays and came back to the throwing side they wanted to go to.
And I just want to get a quick shout out to Bob King, Fairview broadcasting teacher, who is home now, recovering from a car wreck. We're here praying for his quick recovery.
Oh yeah.
We hate to hear about news like that, and he's been here at Fairview for a very, very long time, and has done great with the broadcasting program here at Fairview, and has done a lot of good things for this school, and loves Fairview a lot. He'd love to be here, and it's just very, very sad and tragic to hear about something like that to such a good man.
Oh yeah. He's passionate about his work, his media program here at Fairview. He's been doing it for a long time. So I hope Bob recovers pretty quick here, and we see him back here pretty quick because he loves to be here on a Friday night.
Yes, sir, he does, and we'll hope to get him back here as soon as possible. But for now, the game carries on as the fourth quarter is about to start. 12 minutes. The Yellow Jacket looks ready to go.
Now you've got a couple white jerseys out there on your Page Patriots side. I think we've got some substitutions in there because we've got some stuff going on. 72, has he been in there the whole time?
72's been coming in and out. That is Jacob Dahl. He's a junior.
All right.
Or excuse me, a sophomore. His older brother, Chris Dahl, was a football player for Page. He was a center and a defensive lineman. He stood tall at about 6'3" and 255 pounds. He could have gone to college but decided to go over to Chattanooga to advance his studies.
Well, I'll tell you what, he fired off the football right there. He did a great job.
Yes, sir, and there's a run there. Straight up the middle. That was number 21 trying to get some yards there, Christian Lusk. Couldn't get much. 2nd and 9.
That might be 10.
You're right, it may be 10. They may be looking a little generous over here, but you're right, it could be 10 yards fully. So making some adjustments here on offense, getting some subs. Trying to get the ball in the end zone here.
Fairview running the bunch on the far side. Well, it's a little mini bunch.
Trey Bell in motion as he often does.
Woo!
He's still got space, and he gets up into the secondary, past the first level of the defense, moves the chains about 15 yards there. Troy Bell showing elite quickness and speed throughout this football game.
He is. I tell you, your defensive end is doing a good job, but he's kind of committing his shoulder inside, and he's not staying flat enough so he can really, flatten that out early enough.
Here's Lusk. And good containment there by Luke Bowers for Page. He didn't get the tackle, but he did cause the stop for the most part. 2nd down and about 8 or 9 there, gain of 1 or 2 for Fairview. They're nearing the red zone now. This is a big possession. We've seen them get in this position a few times and have failed to make it happen. So now they find themselves here again. What do they need to do to ultimately get the points on the board?
Play clean. Do the little things right now. And there we go.
And as you say that, we get a penalty thrown, and it is against the offense. Not exactly the clean type of play you were talking about there, Steven. That sets back the drive, sets back the line of scrimmage, and now they'll be faced with a 2nd down and 13 right at the 38-yard line.
You just got to really, think back to all the little things you're doing. When I'm lying down on the line and I'm thinking about what I'm doing, playing offense or defense, I'm thinking about my footwork. I'm thinking about, firing off football. Everything else is just a second thought.
Here we go. He's going to fake it out. He's looking up the field.
Oh,
and a nice pick. Michael Burdick gets his 2nd pick. He's trying to make something of it. Wow, it's his 2nd interception of the night. He stayed there stealthily waiting for him to throw that football in hopes that he would, and ultimately Lusk did make the decision to loft it up there. Burdick was right in place and pointing out to the fans 2 interceptions in his first game starting varsity. That's nice. There was a lot of questions in this secondary coming in very young.
That is. You know, that's not. You know, he if he put a little more air under that ball, it would have been all right.
Could have been a touchdown.
It could have been, but it wasn't. And here we are.
He lofted it up, and as I said, left time for Burdick to pounce on the play. So now Page finds himself with the ball again, right at the 36-yard line. Van Landingham takes the snap, hands it off to Bubba.
Oh gosh, you got
has to go off the other way.
Ooh.
Gains around 1 or 2, and over linemen, we were worried about
79
on the offense. Looked to have gotten hurt, did not, though. Daniel Mayer.
Got a little rolled up. That's the worst thing.
It's a scary thing.
It is.
So now 2nd down and 8. The defense for the Yellow Jackets has really contained Bubba Johnson, the running back, for the most part. He's seen a couple runs here or there that have broken through, but in the second half, they have really contained him.
They have. They've done a lot better job.
And because of that, Van Landingham has found himself in the pocket more. And there, it does not pay off. Pass intended for Quade Lamont. And number 22 there for the interception.
Having a hard time seeing what he saw right there. You know, that was they're just sitting out there in zone and threw the ball right to him, kind of.
We've seen both of these quarterbacks struggle with that now. Both in the zone, not really fully looking at the progression and what the defense is offering. So I bet they're going to get killed in film for these few mistakes the quarterbacks have made. So now Fairview finding himself near the red zone already. Hurdles over a tackle, and good to hold on there was number.
Did we not get a penalty right there, Mr. Ref?
Some players pushing back and forth there. Words being said.
Yeah,
no fists being thrown.
Well, no, but there wasn't a fist thrown on that 15-yarder back here a few minutes ago either. So I think that whistle was a few minutes or a few seconds, we'll say, in front of that. So I think that's what we hear the fans' displeasure. I don't think anybody minds a ref calling it tight. You just got to call it tight both ways.
Exactly. Got to be consistent with what you're doing. And now rolling out,
turn it up.
Little pass, and wow, gets hit hard by number 23, Luke Bowers. He delivered quite a smack there near the line of scrimmage as soon as the catch was made. I believe that was Christian Lusk who made the little catch.
I think it was.
And it was right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't gain any yards, didn't lose any. They're going to find themselves at 3rd and 8. 8 minutes remaining left in the 4th quarter. This is a big possession. If they score here, they'll have the lead.
That was just a good contained job of the linebacker. And, you know, as soon as Lusk caught the ball, he had to turn up the field, and he just got shellacked.
So now taking the snap, dropping back, looking at the throw.
Dang.
And threw it a little high, rocketed it above number 17. That is Luke Raines, the senior wide receiver.
Well,
would have been his first catch of the night.
We got to have some of them passes now. I tell you, we got to have a few of those. If we're going to throw them, we got to have them. No, it's all good. We got to.
It's better to throw it like that than he did the last time.
It sure is. I tell you what.
Yep.
It's 7:25 left, and neither one of the teams really finding a way to put anything together here in the last few minutes.
You're right. Still, no one scored here in the second half. We've seen both teams have equal chances, equal amounts of opportunities. Both have come up short. Rolling out. He's got time. They might call the holding. Ball is up in the air.
Dang.
Tipped.
I know it.
By the offense. Attended for number 21, his brother, Christian Lusk. They seem to be finding their chemistry in the first half very early on. They were looking red hot, the brothers together, but now wavering here and there.
They are, and I think that you could, going to have to find a couple other targets and just spread the ball around a little bit to find some success. Then you can go back to him, but you got to have more than one. You got to.
I agree. As much as they know each other well on the field and off the field, you've got to have other players there. It is a team ball. Mm-hmm. It is a team sport. So now Page is going to find themselves with the ball again, right at the 28-yard line. Hands it off to Bubba. He's got room.
Uh-oh.
Forcing through tacklers. Still trucking. And gets up at the 48-yard line. Wow.
Well, you said he didn't have a big one. They've been holding him in check, and there he goes, rumbling, bumbling. Looking pretty quick, too.
He did look pretty quick on his feet, proving me wrong yet again.
I'm going to keep reminding you of that all night. If you weren't here in the first half, he said he lost
Hey, that's
a step.
impressive. If that's impressive, if you can be that big and have that much girth on you and look like he does, how strong he is, but remain with that quick on the feet, that's remarkable athleticism. And they're going to – nope, they're not. It's going to be a false start here for the offense. You know, it seems for each team so far in the second half, they'll get one play going. They'll kind of get this momentum starting, the ball rolling, and then boom, a penalty happens, or boom, an injury, or something goes wrong.
I think so. We're going to have to both keep composed. We've got a little bit of football left, but the Yellow Jackets are going to have to come up with something right here, because if they get that ball in the end zone, it's going to be hard to take this game. Big offensive line of the Patriots.
Offensive line is held together nicely this game for Page. A keep note of Will Pierce, as usual, alone on the left side. Van Landingham going to do a little audible, pull his tight end over there, wants some help. And now we're going to get another flag thrown, and it is going to be
delay of game
for Page, and that's a quarterback's responsibility. If you're the quarterback of this football team, as Jacob Van Landingham is.
He gave him a timeout.
Oh, they did get the timeout.
Oh.
Coach Bone luckily got it off. That's going to be the first. Luckily got it off. That will be the first timeout he's taken of the second half. Now showing the student section for Fairview. Yeah. They're wanting this team to pull ahead.
When you get down close to the wire, you better keep by that line, Judge, if you need to call one of those and save yourself a 5-yarder.
Oh, yeah. 1st and 20 is not a fun thing. It's not that first and 15 is music to anybody's ears, but
no.
But anything you can get. So they did get that timeout. Let's see what they can do with it. If you're Page coming out right here, a 2-possession game, a score right here, even a field goal, changes the whole dynamic of this football game. How are you going to get in the end zone right here? Who's the player that you've seen be the most electric tonight on the offense?
Well, I don't know if it's about the player. I think it's about the – I tell you, I've seen the Patriots line hold the pass rush for a long time, and I think that's what hurts the Yellow Jackets the most. So I think I'd be looking to put the ball up, and you know, he's got time back there to throw the football.
I agree. If Jacob Van Landingham gets a few seconds step back there to look through his progression, he's got the ability to be dangerous. As well with his legs, we've seen him use a few times. We'll see if he tries to go at that again. Bubba fighting through, gets hit by 3 Fairview Yellow Jacket defenders, picks up about 2 or 3 yards. That's going to be now 2nd down and 13 or 12.
There's a little counter. You could have called it a trap because you had a little fold block unfolding right there. But your lineman kind of got hung up in the zone, looked to the wrong linebacker, and left one open, and he was stopped in the hole. So.
And they're only going to give him a yard on that run, so 2nd down and 14. Page lining up, looking ready to attack, trying to find a hole in this. Whoa, wow, he loses the ball.
Oh.
Van Landingham having to make something out of nothing. Running. He's got wheels to the sideline. Gets taken down, and boy, is he quick.
He is, but that was a great play to even get turned around. On the far corner over there, he had a blocker on him.
It looked to be like another intended screen for Will Pierce on this side, and the ball slipped as he was hiking it back, catches it midair, spins around, and
you think he tried to reel it back in because he saw it covered? He might.
You know, he might have. He might have hesitated in midair.
He might have because he's just like, because I saw.
Not going to be up. You're right. It could have been an interception there if that ball would have been thrown. They were on that screen pass. So now 3rd down and 10. He gained 4 yards on that run. We were just talking about his ability with his legs, and he showed it there. 3-step drop back. Van Landingham's got time. Rocking it down. Number 13, another chance. Picked off.
Lusk.
Christian Lusk making up for his lack of offense in the 3rd quarter. Now making it happen on the defense when the Yellow Jackets need it.
Yeah, ball is a little bit underthrown.
A little bit underthrown.
But
you got to count on your wide receiver to make
Yep.
to make that play up in the air. That's twice now, number 13.
Well, he had some separation on Luss, but
He
Luss
did,
had a
he
little
did.
burst and got up in the air. That was an amazing catch.
You can't
but
expect the throw to be in the breadbasket every
That's
time.
true.
You've got to be
This is
ready to
true.
slow down and go up there and play a little defense if need be.
That's very true.
As
very
strange
true.
as that sounds, wide receiver is such a dynamic position. Things can change in midair in a split
this
second.
is true.
And in
that
that position,
separates your good wide receivers and your great ones.
Exactly, and I think we're seeing Miles Bond just lack of experience. He is only a freshman.
Oh, he's going to be great.
His brother Corey Bond was a wide receiver, and was one of the quickest and fastest players we had, and that's what we're seeing out of Miles too.
He definitely
Very
has some
short
speed.
and quick, and they're aware of their body and balance. So if we can get him with some veteran skills and knowledge, he'll be useful for the offense. And now it's going to be a timeout called for Fairview. Took too long at the line of scrimmage. They both have 2 timeouts left remaining, I believe. Or no, did they? Fairview might have used another one earlier this half.
They might have. I don't know. It's not on our scoreboard. I don't think keeps up with that. Coach Hughes and the Yellow Jackets getting ready there on their timeout.
And, Stephen, we were talking about it just a few seconds ago. That is the second timeout for Fairview.
Okay.
So now they have 1 remaining with just under 5 minutes left to go.
Well, that's they'll have to be quick and work well.
They're going to have to work the field. They've got a long way to go. They're starting at the 15-yard line.
I know. Well, we thought this would be an exciting game, and we thought it would be a scoring fest, and then it kind of slowed down with the brakes on.
Slowed down.
So
No, we're on pace for a 40, 50-point game here, and it has stayed shut as far as scoring is concerned. But, still exciting. We love a good defensive matchup here at Fairview.
Oh,
and the pitch to Trey Bell.
Good tackle.
And it was a good tackle there made by number 44. That is Jackson Satterfield. Second down and 5 now for Fairview.
Good gain on first down, but that could have been a bigger gain. He made a great tackle.
That was a fantastic tackle. They're going to stick with the run, and they're going to stick with the direction of towards the right. And it's going to almost pick up a first down, close to the marker. It's going to remain. Oh, and they are going to move the chains. It is going to be a first down, just enough. A friendly spot there from the refs for Fairview.
Oh, yeah. He might have fell just enough forward.
So now if you're Fairview, if you can keep continuing this run and make the defense honest, you can maybe bomb one downfield to one of your senior wide receivers and give them a chance.
You might be able to, but I think I just keep running the football.
Oh, and it looks like they're going to pass. Nope, he's going to tuck it and run. Struggling with what to do.
Where was there? What?
And we've got a flag called near the end of the play, away from the ball, it seemed like.
Well, I think he was thinking on the trailing offensive lineman. We might have a hold, but I don't know. We'll have to. I wish I had some replay. They said it's coming. Actually, we'll have replay in the near future.
It will be here shortly. Yes. And we'll use that to our advantage when we have it.
Now that's a huge penalty right there.
I feel like what is it? I feel like a broken record, but each time we see a drive beginning, it's immediately halted through mistakes. Let's see if this young Fairview team can make something of it. A screen pass, number 22, immediately shut down. Got through his block, and that might have been Luke Bowers, number 22. Joel Meyer, his first tackle of the night, and a good one at that. Got through a block, wrapped him up. Now they find themselves second down and 20 on their own 12-yard line. They're going to need to get it in the air here. He's got time. Going in the pocket. Finding time. Still running. Airs it out. Oh, no! A wide open receiver.
One jumped
and it
in
was
front of
his
the other
brother.
one.
A miscommunication there from the receivers. What a big play missed.
That was huge. Yeah, it looked like he got out of his route a little bit early, and he drifted over into the play, and then it's kind of got in his line of sight. But that ball was right on the money. So.
And as a quarterback, Lusk biding time in the pocket there, rolls out, it makes a fantastic throw on the run, and to see that fall through, that's tough as a quarterback now. 3rd and 20 still.
He's got to do it again.
He does.
Find a way to do it
He's got to face diversity, as this whole football team does, has to fight through it. And it looks like we're going to get another timeout called here maybe.
I think that's by Page. I can't understand why they'd call a timeout right here, but I guess they want to just regroup, get some air in their sails.
Well, you've got to think. You've got to think about how much time's left in this football game. You're just under 3 minutes now left in the game.
Right.
So if they can get the ball here, you can run out the game almost fully, if not the whole game, with Bubba chucking down 3 or 4 yards a run.
This is very true.
That's the key to crunching time. So I'm sure that's crossed Rathbone's mind in planning this game. But now you're at the 3rd and 20, I believe it is, to go. And
so what do you think he's over there telling his defense right now?
I think Rathbone's saying, we've done what we need to do up to this point, boys, and now it's time to take the next step. You've worked this hard. You've gotten yourself in this position. You've done the work, and now make the play. They're 1 or 2 plays away from really getting close to sealing this game.
This is true.
Now, Fairview makes another first down and makes something up for this drive. Well,
I think I'd be telling my 2 safeties not let anybody get behind me. Keep everything in front of you.
Everything in front of you.
Press it to the inside. Keep them off.
So now Lusk in the pocket. Defense expecting a pass, and they're going to get a pass. Jonathan Harris rushing him. Throw on the run again. It's picked off by none other than number 10, Michael Burdick. His 3rd interception of the game. And it is a pick 6 straight into the end zone. Wow, and what a heartbreaker by number 10, Michael Burdick. 3 interceptions, 2 of them for scores. He's got half their points tonight, folks.
That's tough. That's tough.
And now, if you're Fairview, the air has just been ripped out of this side.
Like you said, I think they had to come up with something. Fairview Page had them stretch a long field on them, a long first down marker, and couldn't come with it. They had to throw the ball over the top and see what happened. It just wasn't there.
And now Page looking to bring out the offense. Maybe not. They're coming back to regroup.
Yeah, I think they'll be going for 2 right here just to make sure, but it's a 2-score game now. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be some tough road ahead for Fairview in this game if they want to get back into 2 quick scores. I'm sure they'll have to force a turnover if they're going to get the other one. So it'll be interesting.
Well, they hadn't been able to put anything together, and I think that right there is going to mentally, hurt them. They've given up some big plays.
Absolutely.
They had some confidence going, but it just, mistakes, penalties, mistakes. That's a big part of it. I am impressed with the way that both of these defensive coordinators went in and made some adjustments against these offenses.
I am
both
too.
These offenses
both teams
have had a hard time. Yeah, and who made the most mistakes? I mean, you can't throw 2 pick sixes and have a good chance to win a ball game most of the time. So, which that was more. The other one was just a ridiculous play, a long run back. That one was a legit just, hey, take the ball to the house,
And so they will stick with the offense out there on the field. And that was Page's last timeout they just used. Fairview does remain with 2. We were mistaken earlier. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. So that does come up big for them. A second timeout will help them. And if they want to get back in this game. Bubba Johnson trucking his feet, trying to get in.
He scored.
And wow, I did not know if he would be able to manage getting through that defense. And Bubba Johnson.
They had him wrapped up, and he just looked like he just kept chugging and fell forward just enough to get in there.
So now it's 28-14.
Yep.
You've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Well,
I thought that.
Not quite where the Yellow Jackets wanted to find themselves.
Oh, and Jonathan Harris, number 75, looks to be cramping up again. He had some issues with his hamstring earlier in the game, and it looks like Lee Ann, the trainer for Page, is out there helping out his hamstring again. He did look very, very tight earlier in the game.
He sure did. But he's been back out there trying to get him off the field. Somebody help that big man up. He just got to put some pressure down on that. You know, when you get enough of those through your lifetime, you have to just put some weight on it. And sometimes you got to rub them out. The worst ones are when you get older and they're in the bed. When you're sleeping, you wake up with one. Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun. Make you stand up real quick. It'll make you stand up.
Gets you jumped up, huh?
Well, let's see if the Fairview Yellow Jackets here can muster a little will, a little gumption to get something done. They've got just a short time to do it.
I think they're truthfully shocked. I think they expected to beat this team.
I think they did too, and that's I think both teams played well enough in the first half to show that they wanted to play this game. But mentally, it's how you prepare through the week, not just physically like the cramps and stuff, but mentally how you prepare for a long fought-out game. And if you get down, you expect to get down. It's hard to keep your head in it sometimes. But just some big plays, big mistakes.
And as I expected, he squibs it deep. Goes straight on the line. What a perfect kick. And so now if you're Page, you're just looking to get quick stop, get them off the field, and you can end this quickly.
I'm sorry?
If you're Page, you're trying to get them off the field as quick as you can and in this game get your offense back on the field. You can end this quickly.
Definitely. I think that Fairview's got to move down, but, Page is not going to be – I think they're going to come for it. It's going to be hard as a quarterback to get back out there after, having a chance to get this going.
Quick screen pass. Lusk hurdles, gets out of bounds, gains 3 or 4 yards. The clock will stop due to him getting out of bounds. This game so far, what we've seen tonight, it seems that Page has succeeded not because they've done more things well necessarily, but because they've done less things wrong in the second half.
I totally agree with you right there. I totally agree.
Both teams have not played great football in the second half at all. Trey Bell, he's going to be on the outside and seemed to be taking his time a little too much. Number 30 pounced there to get the tackle behind the field. That is Austin Harshaw getting his second or third tackle of this football game. Here we go. It's third down and about 6. He's having to run. Quick one-handed catch by his brother. Wow. To extend that drive, they will get the first down. They will move the chains. Clock is going to continue running. It's 1 minute and 37 left in this game.
They're going to have to throw this ball down the field if they want to have a chance for 2 scores. That's all there is to it. So
they're going to have to chuck one downfield here pretty soon. They're going to have to. Whoo. Maneuvering, finding time, throws it, finds Bell. Ooh. And a big hit made by number 21, Colby Burns. Gain of 9, the clock continuing to run. 1 minute and 20 seconds left now in the football game. And Colby Burns lit him up there. Oh, I didn't notice that Fairview had their names on their jerseys. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That is nice.
Here he comes, Lusk, hesitating, trying to find something.
Get out of bounds.
Running out of bounds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and he won't run out of bounds. He'll throw it across field. Very risky pass going over 2 defenders. Got their fingertips on the football. Couldn't quite get it in grasp. That would have ended the game, surely.
I know. Some of your playmakers, they always want to do a lot. They want to do whatever they can, but sometimes it's too much. You take that ball, you just get the first down, Get out of bounds, get the first down. Now you're sitting on a 3rd and short.
So now 50 seconds left in this football game.
Fairview really hadn't thrown anything over the top just right off the bat, you know.
Another screen
I don't know if
pass.
that's going to get it done.
And quickly brought down.
Call
Another
timeout,
good
Coach.
tackle. Number 30, Austin Harshaw again. The clock ticking. Time slowly dwindling away. The chances fading for this Fairview Yellow Jacket football team. You know, they've played a strong game. Bubba Johnson blitzing from the blind side. If he would have waited with that ball for another second, he would have gotten smacked. Bubba Johnson doesn't get to play much defense because he's so busy running the ball, so he loves getting in there when he can.
Well, the only thing bad about that is he got into it with the offensive lineman a minute ago. I hate to see him get a personal foul kicked out of a game for altercation he didn't have to be in there for. Ooh. But, yes, I know he loves to be in there. Especially these guys. Is he a senior? Is Bubba a senior?
Just under 13 seconds left. This might be the last play of the football game. You see the Page fans over there getting excited, jumping up and down. Here he is, alone in the pocket. Bubba Johnson trying to get the sack, going easy on him, throws it up in the air, near out of bounds. Michael Burdick swats it. 5 seconds left now in the game. We're at a 4th down. And 5 right at midfield. And this will be the last play of the game. Look at those Page High students having a great time at their first team's football game. That's always fun to start off the year with a win.
It is.
It's sad here for Fairview at home that they could not attain the trophy 2 years in a row.
Yeah, well, last year was a heck of a game.
Oh, fantastic. And another defensive shootout, just as this one was. Last year was 13-10. This year now will end 28-14, it looks to be. Another screen pass. Trey Bell on the outside. And they are going to wrestle him down to the ground. And that will end the game there, folks. It was a fun and exciting first half. The second half seemed to pan out a little bit and become a little more straight edge. But, folks, it was a fun football game and exciting. Lots of good athletes there out on the field tonight. And I had fun announcing my first game with Steve. You know, it was a fun one. We're very excited for either team when they win.
Oh, they are. I tell you, it's gonna be a long season, a lot of ups and downs. So you better be ready, and it's just getting going. So I'm sure Fairview will be ready to bounce back next week, and hopefully we'll be off and rolling.
Oh, no doubt. Both teams will have to readjust and get ready to go for next week. You can never be a great football team if you don't know how to bounce back from that loss and through that adversity. So we'll hope to see Fairview do that, and we'll hope to see the Patriots keep winning. So, folks, it was a fun night, and we're going to just have to conclude here at Fairview High School. Good night and good evening. I'm Mac Morey.
Steve Skelton.
And it's been a fun one, folks. We'll see you here.
All right.